After her grandfather's death, she decides to go back and live in the wild, but not alone. She's living with a lion and a terrifying wolf, trying to save them from the circus and the hunters. You're watching CineDigest, and this is Movie Recapped. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. In the African forests, a hunter appears. He captures a lion cub after killing its mother and takes it with him in a truck, heading to an American circus. Then we see a beautiful girl at a music academy. Her name is Llama. Her teacher tells her she's been training on a specific piano piece to perform in front of the art committee that will appoint her to the opera in Los Angeles. This would be the beginning of her professional career. Unfortunately, Llama receives news of her grandfather's death. He lived alone in the forest. She travels there to take over his house since she's the legal heir. She's welcomed by Joe, her grandfather's friend, who used to take care of her when she was little and lived with her grandfather in the same house. Joe gives her a video her grandfather recorded especially for her, and also her favorite childhood toy. Llama is very happy with it. At night, Llama watches the video. Her grandfather tells her he knows she's a strong girl and that she can face all the challenges of life. He also shows her a white wolf he feeds himself and tells her that she's been visiting him lately and looks pregnant. He asks Llama to take care of her after his death. Later, Llama plays the piano again. Meanwhile, the plane carrying the lion cub to America faces a sudden storm and crashes in the forest near Llama's house. The cub falls into a bird's nest on a tree. The next morning, Llama is walking in the forest wearing her grandfather's jacket. Two employees from the wildlife reserve, Eli and Charlie, are chasing the white wolf from the video because its species is endangered and they want to take it to a special sanctuary. The wolf escapes, but they track it with a GPS device. Llama ends up crossing paths with the wolf, who approaches her after smelling her grandfather's scent on the jacket. Llama is overjoyed and helps her get free from the net stuck on her back. When she brings her back to the forest, Llama meets Eli and Charlie, whom she mistakes for hunters. She yells at them, telling them they're on her private property, and forces them to leave, even though Charlie tries to explain that they were trying to help the white wolf. On her way back home, Llama finds the lion cub falling on her from the bird's nest above. When she gets back to the house, the wolf shows up again. She's given birth and brings her pup inside, trying to protect it from the hunters. Llama is shocked by the situation and calls Joe, but there's no signal. When she tells him what happened, Joe says she must return the cub to the circus since it fell from the crashed plane yesterday and hand the wolf to the forest rangers before these animals cause trouble. When the rangers finally arrive, Joe has already left. They offer condolences for her grandfather's death and ask her if she's seen a small lion cub from the plane crash near her house yesterday. She denies it, saying she hasn't seen anything, but promises to contact them if she learns something. The female ranger gives her her number to call if she spots the cub. When Llama returns home, she finds the lion cub and the wolf pup nursing from the mother wolf. She looks through her grandfather's things and discovers he was always against hunters who kill animals and circuses that imprison them just to make money. Because of her love for the wolf and the cub, Llama decides to stay with them until the date of her big audition that would qualify her to become a professional pianist at the opera. She doesn't tell Joe what she did. The day before the audition, Llama travels and leaves the animals alone at home. During the performance, she takes first place, and all the professors are impressed by her talent. Meanwhile, back in the forest, Eli and Charlie find the mother wolf outside Llama's house looking for food and take her to the reserve. When Llama returns, she finds her house a mess because of the cub and the pup. She looks for the mother wolf but can't find her anywhere, not even in the forest. She realizes the hunters must have captured her while she was away and feels heartbroken. Llama continues feeding the cub and the pup until they grow up. One day, Joe shows up unexpectedly and finds that she's still keeping them. He gets angry, but she tells him she's continuing her grandfather's mission, protecting the pup from hunters and the cub from the circus. Joe disagrees, but when he learns she succeeded in her audition, he's happy she's become a professional. However, Llama tells him she refused the opera job, saying that becoming a pianist was never her dream. It was her family's. She's always wanted to be like her grandfather. Joe hugs her and supports her decision. Llama names the wolf Mood and the lion Dream, and she keeps playing piano for them as usual. Months later, both animals have grown large. Joe becomes afraid for Llama's safety since they're wild predators. The next day, while Llama prepares food, Dream and Mood sneak out. Nearby, a woman and her daughter approach the lake where the animals are. Llama realizes they're missing, runs to find them, and discovers them near the woman and her daughter. She rushes to stop them, but falls and hits her head on a rock. Dream and Mood stay by her side, trying to wake her up. When the sun rises, they stand over her to block the sunlight from hitting her face. Joe tries to contact her over the radio, but she doesn't answer, so he rushes to her house, can't find her, and finally spots her near the lake thanks to Dream and Mood's howling. He calls the forest rangers, and they quickly take Llama to the hospital. Doctors tell Joe that thanks to Dream and Mood, Llama suffered no serious complications from her head injury. The animals had protected her from the heat. Later, Eli and Charlie deliver Mood and his mother to the reserve, while circus owner Lynn and his son Robert arrive to reclaim Dream. When Llama wakes up, Joe tells her that the animals were returned to their places and that she should rest and focus on her recovery. But remembering her grandfather's video and his advice to always follow her heart, she escapes from the hospital to find Dream and Mood. At the ranger's office, the female ranger tells her to stop looking for them, that she could put visitors' lives in danger. Outside, Llama remembers she has Eli and Charlie's number and calls Eli to ask about Mood. He tells her Mood and his mother are safe in the reserve and that she shouldn't worry, though he mocks her, saying a lion could never live with a wolf. That night, Mood escapes the reserve. Eli sees him on the security cameras heading toward the circus where Dream is held. When he gets there, he attacks Lynn as he's opening the cage and frees Dream. The two animals escape together. When Eli calls Llama, she tells him that Mood went to free his brother first. He doesn't believe her until Charlie confirms that the wolf and lion escaped together. Lynn, injured, loads his tranquilizer gun and vows revenge. His son Robert joins him to hunt the animals before they hurt anyone. Eli goes to Llama and admits she was right. He says Mood has a tracker on him so they can follow his signal. Dream and Mood wander through the city, entering a supermarket to eat while terrified people run away. The protection forces spread out to capture them. Lynn spots Dream and shoots, but Mood attacks him, taking the tranquilizer dart instead. Robert pulls the dart out and injects him with an antidote capsule to keep him conscious. They take the tracker with them, which leads them straight to Llama and Eli. Lynn, injured, refuses to help but sends Robert to find Mood. Meanwhile, police and rangers prepare to kill both animals before they reach the city center. When they finally locate them, Robert suggests playing piano music through the car speakers, since Dream always calmed down whenever he heard Llama play. The plan works. Dream appears, guiding Llama to Mood's location. She helps them escape into the woods. Before they reach the lake, Dream stays behind to distract the forces so Llama and Mood can swim to the other side. While crossing, they hear gunshots. Llama fears Dream has been killed, but he later reappears deep in the forest, safe and free. In the end, Llama raises both animals together after proving she's the only one who can bring them peace. She plays piano for them once again as she tells everyone the story of the wolf and the lion who became brothers. And that's where our movie ends. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to CineDigest for more amazing stories with Movie Recapped.